welcome once again to the Friday afternoon beer break. I'm joined, as always, by the wonderful Chris Schreier from TorontoBeerBlog.com.
Hey, Fred, how you doing?
And today, you brought food and beer. Now, this is a Schwarzer beer, right?
That's right. Yeah, we've been talking about this since like over a year ago. King won the silver medal at the World Cup of Beer, which is a huge, big deal.
I'm kind of a big deal.
We're finally doing this, and this is big because we're both barbecue guys.
I love barbecuing, especially smoking.
Are you craving the taste of some good old smoked meat?
Yes, and so this is the barbecue smoked meat beer. This style.
Dark lagers?
Yes.
I thought it was stouts and porters.
Stouts and porters too, for the exact same reason. You've got these
Roasted.
grains that are heavily roasted.
Yes!
Smoky,
Aha!
caramelly. There's a certain bitterness that comes out of the roast that isn't related to the hop. In this case, there's going to be hops in here, probably German like Hallertau or something, but it will also have a bitterness from the actual burnt.
Now, these Hallertauer hops, are they grown in Germany, or are they, it's a type of plant grown everywhere?
In Hallertau.
Genauer zwischen München und Nürnberg liegt das Hopfenland Hallertau.
And now, is it just something to do with the soil and the air that makes it grow the way it does?
Yep, it's what we would call terroir. Or what
Terroir.
Terroir, the French people, means like the taste of the earth.
Is that why, like, West Coast hops, what's that one that everyone seems to use, Cascade hops for that citrus flavor?
Yeah.
That is terroir?
Well, so there's varietal differences. So Cascade's different than Hallertau.
All right.
But Hallertau hops are a specific strain, and they grow specifically in the Hallertau region, and they'll taste different, slightly, than a Hallertau variety grown, say, in America, or in New Zealand, or so on and so forth.
All right.
With me?
Are you following me, camera guy?
I'm going to pour my own beer here.
Yeah, it's making you work for your money today. So, to get to the style of the beer, we've already said Schwarzbier or a dark lager. Okay, so the thing that throws people off immediately is they think it's an ale, like a porter or a stout, because of the color and the head and all that stuff. But it's not. It's made with a lager yeast, which it means it ferments at the bottom in a cooler temperature, and then it is aged, so it mellows it out quite a bit, but still with lots of that roastiness. So let's take a...
I'm telling you, you know, the first Schwarzer beer that I had was the Cameron's.
Yeah, the Dark 266.
Yeah, that was the first that I ever had, and I remember when I had it, I remember what?
Say what?
So blown away by how it tastes, and like, this is really like fizzy and sharp and poppy.
Yep.
Fantastic beer.
Very dry, again, a lot of bitterness, not just from the hops, but those grains. And yeah, smoke and like burnt sugar and like carameliness.
Like, when you have this, you have a tendency to think that it's going to have that like thickness, creaminess of a stout, but it's not there. It's very light, very light.
The body's still light, and the finish is very quick.
Yeah.
You're left with a bit of residual sort of smoke and dryness, but it doesn't linger on the sweetness especially. It's
like a smoke bomb that a ninja would use to disappear.
I love you.
Gone.
The beer's gone.
Like that, he's gone.
Amazing. Now, so
With the same person.
the food, the food. We've done this before.
Oh my gosh. So we're talking about barbecue, and I had actually intended...
Use a fork, you savage.
I'm gonna use a fork. I had intended on actually making some barbecue, but I had a bunch of stuff I had to get to today. So I reached out to the good people at the Stockyards Smokehouse and Larder, something like that. Anyway, they're on St. Clair at Christie, and they are widely accepted as the best barbecue joint in the city. This is pulled pork from Stockyards.
Oh, that's good.
Not ridiculously smoky, right?
No.
Subtle smoke.
I have pork on my face.
We need you a napkin.
Now have a bit of the beer, and we're gonna talk about what happens.
If I transform into a dragon, I'm going to be very excited.
What if you turned into a Prince Charming?
That already happened 34 years ago.
So,
It really pulls the pork flavor along, doesn't it?
yeah, you get two different things happening. And in tastings, there are two different ways you can go. You can go complementary or juxtaposition. So, complementary is like the smoke in the beer, draws out the smoke in the pork.
Yeah.
So
it
that's
makes
a
the
complementary
smoke
effect.
flavor last a lot longer in your mouth.
For sure. On balance, the tartness from the sauce against the dry bitterness of the beer creates a point of juxtaposition. So you almost heighten both by comparing them to each other. right?
I'm sorry, I'm eating more of this food. This is amazing.
That's tasty. That's capital T tender.
It's really good pulled pork. And it's funny, people watching probably know, if you know me, I actually don't generally eat meat, but for the sake of a pairing, I'll consume, I dig the swine.
A wonderful, magical animal.
Sorry, I just drooled as I was putting it in my mouth. It's so good.
He's actually now rammed in so much he can barely talk.
All right, so King Dark Pilsner.
King Dark Lager.
Dark Lager,
Yeah,
sorry.
Schwarzbier. Literally one of the best of the style in the world. And made right here in King. And then Stockyards Smokehouse, Christie and St. Clair.
All right, King, available LCBO beer store?
Yeah, I think both, and bars around the city, so look for them. And everything they make is amazing. They're coming out now with their Pilsbock, I think they call it. That's going to be their seasonal coming up. And their Pilsner is an amazing Pilsner, Vienna Lager is an amazing Vienna Lager, and the Dark is literally world class.
Thank you very much, King. Fantastic stuff.